All right, you guys, it's third grade. I'm getting ready for school in the morning. My mom works a night shift, so she doesn't get home until after we leave for school. And my brother's in the living room, and he has her laptop out. And he learned how to find these websites, but he didn't learn how to clear the history. So he gets caught, I should say. And my mom's disciplining him, making him do chores. And he gets tired of it, and he says, "Oh yeah, well guess what? Joel was doing it too. Why don't you make him do chores?" I looked at him like, bruh, how you gonna do me like that? Because I really didn't look it up. I was just observing what he was doing. I had no idea what this was. And from that moment on, my mom decided to discipline us both. She actually took us to school, talked to the principal. We went to a Christian school, so they were all on board for disciplining us. And they made us do extra work at this Christian school. I was in the back office cutting papers, and this went on for a while. And this right here plagued me for, I don't know how, probably half of my life. And I know most young men get plagued by their desire for this their entire life. And this is a low frequency desire because we're searching for something outside of ourselves. It just creates a disconnect between us creating the reality we want versus just sitting in desires all day and projecting into the future of when you're going to get your dream girl and the person that you see on this laptop phone screen, instead of actually creating the man who can attract her in real life. And it introduced a lot of shame and guilt into my life at a young age, because I would get a low frequency desire, which is what that is, to rub one out. And instead of being able to elevate past it, I was only taught how to do it. And it's crazy to think that from the third grade until I'm 25 years old, I wasn't able to master my energy and transmute it properly. A lot of people struggle with the shame and guilt as their lowest vibration a human could possibly feel. And how do you get that shame and guilt? It's from not following the calling of your conscience, whether it's not rubbing one out in the sock, whether it's seeing a pizza and saying, "I want to eat that whole thing." And your conscience says, "Nah, bro, you're going to feel terrible after you do that." And you can't stop yourself. You have no control over yourself. Napoleon Hill called this the strongest urge and desire of man, to express himself sexually. When I say shame and guilt, this is what I mean, you guys. For a long time, I wasn't able to shake people's hand. I wasn't able to look them in the eye proudly of myself. When I walk in the room, they wouldn't feel that energy from me. And it's because there was shame and guilt attached to my actions. I would say, "No, I'm not out here in the streets doing nothing crazy," but when I go home, I do what I got to do. And if I'm not comfortable sharing that with the world, telling my coach, "Hey, just so you know, coach, right before this call, I rubbed one out," then why would I do it? That's not following the calling of your conscience. Anything that causes regret, anything that you're not proud of, we got to eliminate it, because it's stepping in front of the man you could be. And the man you could be, he doesn't have any shame or guilt. He only has high vibrations. The highest vibration is enlightenment. Right below that is love. Right below that, now we're hitting acceptance. Even above desire is anger. You could be angry and courageous. I'd rather you be there than desire. Desire is when you fall into that state. So how did I solve masturbation and my low frequency desires and impulses? Because I was having impulses in every area of my life, whether it be to just order Uber Eats and get something super unhealthy, whether it would be to rub one out in a sock and then just put the sock in the washer, wash it and call it a day. No one would know. I stopped these by catching my mind's impulses. I had a witness that was so strong, I could visually see, "Oh, okay, I'm about to get this desire." Normally, this is when I would go grab the sock. This is when I would pull up the laptop, whatever. I didn't actually watch porn, but I would just rub one out. And it doesn't matter. There's shame and guilt attached to either one. Those are both low frequency behaviors. And I don't conduct myself that way. All year long, I gave myself an ultimatum. And this is how I solved it. When I got the desire, when I witnessed it, I would say, "All right, bruh, we're about to raise your frequency. You're currently energy in motion, as all humans are. We experience energy, and then we attract accordingly our results in life, cause and effect. So I'm experiencing desire. Remember what I said, desire is low on the frequency chart. It's right above shame and guilt. You're way too close to shame and guilt. We got to get away from that. How do I do that? Immediately jump into some burpees. Boom. Feel me? Now my energy is high. Just off of that one half-ass burpee I just did, my heart's beating. I'm in a higher energy. I'm not thinking about desires. And that is the key. I would do as many push-ups as I can. I'm talking like, I can only do like 30. I'll shoot for 50. I'll just do half reps. And that's going to make my heart rate, my energy, my frequency so high, the last thing I'm going to do is rub one out, because now I'm proud of myself immediately. And that right there is what our ancestors never had to think about. Like, oh, I feel like masturbating. Nah, bruh. They're out here like in the wild hunting and gathering and leveling up for their tribe, like teaching the young people how to fight and making sure they're prepared. I don't know, building forts and shit. And now we're so comfortable. We're sitting in our penthouse. I'm sitting in my penthouse ordering Uber Eats and scrolling on the gram, seeing the LA Instagram models. And then I spark a thought of like, you know what? She ain't here right now. Let me just take care of this desire myself. And that's the problem, is that we end up not ever manifesting the reality that we deserve because we satisfy the urge. Napoleon Hill says that still transmutation is the most powerful thing a man can do because it's our most powerful desire, the urge to express ourselves in that way. This is a very, very, very powerful energy. You guys, I've been withholding mine for over 7 months, 8 months now, since last September, because I value myself a lot. You know, I don't just give it to a random girl anymore. I did that when I was in Colombia. We went as far as paying for it. Like, that caused the most shame and guilt I felt in a long time. It took me probably like 4 months to relieve that karmic debt. So this is another step you guys can take, is to observe when you feel karmic debt. Karmic debt is you being robbed of your present moment for the past times when you mismanaged situations. I mismanaged a situation where I had 3 friends with me on a vacation, and I would say about 2 of them were very serious about like paying for women to come over. And the other 2, me and another friend, my boy, were just kind of like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? We're in Colombia. This is what you do in Colombia. Well, guess what? I wasn't feeling it the first night, but we did it for a whole week. And it was terrible. I couldn't even like get all the way there. I wasn't working. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, I knew something was off. But that's the importance of having the right environment, really knowing who you are and where you're going. A definite purpose that you can transmute your current emotions and desires into your higher self. So my higher self is who I became after I reflected on all that pain. And that's what you guys gotta do to avoid that karmic debt. Even if you're feeling karmic debt right now, you're being robbed of your current present moment, the peace of mind you could have, because you're like, I ate that whole pizza and I had the ice cream. I didn't want to do that. I cheated on my girl. I rubbed one out in the sock. I was on a Nofap streak for 30 days and I just broke it. That's karmic debt. And it's all right if you missed it, but now we just got to fix that problem. And this is how you fix it, you guys. You transmute your desire by lifting your vibration up. I go straight into the push-ups anytime I get a low frequency desire. And you won't have to do this forever, because now I don't even get the desires. But I remember I used to just lay on my bed and think about it, and then I would have to get up, bust out the push-ups, and then just go take a walk, go work out, do something to get moving. And measure your time out. Sam Ovens has an exercise called the 100 units of time. This is where you write down your actions for every hour of the day for a whole day, 24 hours. This is going to help you to see where your time goes. And anything that's not aligned with the vision, we cut it out. When I meet people and they don't want to shake my hand or look me in the eyes, real ones know, okay, he's probably got some shameful and guiltful actions that he's taking on a daily basis, causing him to sabotage this current moment right now. And that right there is the worst, most unattractive feeling you can get, when someone is looking up to you, not in height, but in worth. Our self-worth is all dictated by the work we do on ourselves. The work instills the worth. If you're only working on your business, but in your personal life, you're sabotaging, you're taking shameful, guiltful actions, it's no wonder, bro. It's no wonder when you shake someone's hand and they look down. You ever seen a dog when they ripped up the couch and you come home, they look down, they're in shame and guilt. Why do humans do that? Same exact reason. So answer me this. Last time that you rubbed one out, bro, did you post it on your social media? No, you didn't post it, did you? Last time you rubbed one out, bro, did you tell your coach about it? You tell your family? You tell your girl? No, you didn't, did you? Because you're not proud of it. A man should only take actions he's proud in. That's purpose over pleasure. Let's go.